Welcome back to a Whirlwind of Weezer. Tonight we'll be tackling my favorite Weezer album, Maladroit. So we'll be spanning the year, not really just from May of 2001 until really the end of 2002. Although the album released in like the first quarter of 2002. But I'll be covering the tours as well because I just love this album. And I just discovered that some of the songs from the album were criminally underplayed throughout the multiple tours prior to the album 5 dedicated business. And then Make Believe and everything that follows. So, Maladroit really commenced, right after the Green Album. They recorded the so-called DC demos, because they were in Washington, D.C., on May 27th, 2001, which songs here included High Up Above, Zep Jam, Take Control, Saturday Night, Burnt Jam, Listen Up, American Gigolo, I Can't Tell You, Happy Grunge, December, Acapulco, and another version of Acapulco. A couple weeks later, they were in England on June 13th, 2001, or BBC Radio 1, hosted by Steve Lamacq, where they played Zep Song, Burnt Jam, Take Control, High Up Above, Listen Up, Keep Fishin', Saturday Night, and December. Moving up to the end of summer, we have the SNS demos from August 29th to September 8th, 2001, in what would be Scott Schreiner's first session, as Mikey Welsh quit the band middle of the ways during a tour in support of the Green Album, and they got Scott Schreiner up there for that, but I guess this is the first really dedicated. So I don't know who was handling the demos then in May. I guess Scott wasn't there for that. But oh well, throughout these sessions at SNS, they worked on Your Room, Beg and Cry, Somewhere, Change the World, Death and Destruction, Song from Yesterday, Diamond Rings, Don't Bring Me Down, Stupid Feelings, Don't Pick on Me, Farmer John, Love Explosion, The Dawn, Through Others' Eyes, Ain't Got Much Time, Fall Together, Possibilities, We Go Together, How Long, I Wanna Know, On Holiday, Sandwiches Time, Solo, and Living Without You. And as a little note here, Chad Bramford and his buddy were witness to many of these sessions, especially as they moved up to Cello Studios in several months here. But first we move on to the Steakhouse demos recorded at Steakhouse Studios from October 21st, 2001 until November 1st, 2001. And these were like the prime sessions, like just like back with the Blue Album. They had those pre sessions before they went over to Electric Lady Studios. So like the SNS demos were basically like the pre to the Steakhouse demos, in the sense of kind of trimming out the fat, and just honing in on like the best stuff to work on towards a proper album. So during the Steakhouse demos, they worked on Ain't Got Much Time, Change the World, The Dawn, Diamond Rings, Love Explosion, Faith in the Light, So Low, Fall Together, Living Without You, Seafaring Jam, also known as My Weakness, We Go Together, and Your Room. Pretty good mix of songs right there. Pretty good mix of songs. Not a single loser among them. Although Diamond Rings wasn't played too frequently, now that it was Change the World, and Change the World's a little and I haven't actually heard Faith in the Light. Solo was played a lot during the Midget Tour. Played an awful lot. And We Go Together, well, I enjoy it. It's a happy little song, but I like the version known as Little Songs during the album 5 demos there. Quite a bit more. And I don't think I mentioned that during the Make Believe episode, so yeah, shout out to Little Songs from the album 5 sessions. Very good stuff. Then they move up to Cello Studios on November 2nd, spanning until the 10th of November 2001, during which time they also played shows at the Viper Room under the name Goat Punishment, which were also recorded for HBO Reverb, and you can access that over on YouTube, and it's a really good show. Unfortunately, not all of it was broadcast, so and I don't know where the raw footage of it is, so I don't know how to access the missing songs there, but it's a very good set. Very good set. Alright, so they move into the Cello Studios and they work on Flat Tire, Serendipity, Porcupine, Space Rock, Cygnus X1, and Slave. After this, they go over to Glen Sound Studios in Seattle on November 14th, 2001 for 1077 The End, where they recorded Slave, Cygnus X1, and 2 versions of Space Rock, and they're all very groovy recordings, a lot mellower than the kind of solemn intensity that Rivers would bring to it during the Maladroit proper sessions to start a month later. Yeah, I know that I said this is when they were gearing up for it, but this is not quite when they were ready. Still interim for when they go back to cello. But first, let's take a break from recording and talk about their touring at this time. On November 13th, so a day before their appearance on 1077 The End Seattle, they embarked on the extended Midget Tour, which built off of the Midget Tour a couple months before that, over in September. So after the SNS demos and before the Steakhouse demos, they embarked on the Midget Tour. On the Midget Tour, they performed a fairly static set list every night, with Island in the Sun, In the Garage, Crab, Knockdown, Drag Out, So Low, Photograph, Tired of Sex, My Name is Jonas, Do You Want Me to Stay, Smile, and We Go Together, Undone, Don't Let Go, Say It Ain't So, Glorious Day, Hash Pipe, and then an encore of Buddy Holly and Surf Wax. Now, the song before Undone was where We Go Together was most frequently played. Was kind of like the question block slot, like where so like on the September 26th show, they played Dope Nose instead of We Go Together before Undone, the Sweater Song. And on the 28th of September, they played Fall Together. And on the 29th, they played Your Room. So they were experimenting with that slot right there before winding down the set. So on the extended midget tour, that was November, after their Cello Studios first stint at Cello Studios, they played again a mostly static set that started with The Dawn, into Island in the Sun, In the Garage, Crab, Knock Down, Drag Out, and then Faith in the Light instead of So Low. Then we get into Photograph, Tired of Sex, My Name is Jonas, Fall Together instead of Do You Want Me to Stay. So I guess they just, at this point, decided that was a good jam. Then Smile. And I guess this is probably the rotating slot. I didn't mark this for this one, but here I got Your Room currently. So I guess that was frequently played, or at least the first one played. And then we get Undone, and Don't Let Go, Say It Ain't So, Glorious Day, Hash Pipe, Only in Dreams. Yes. Followed by the exact same encore from before of Buddy Holly and Surf Wax America. Now, for that rotating slot that started with Your Room, we would also get Living Without You, Do You Want Me to Stay, Death and Destruction, Change the World, Ain't Got Much Time, Diamond Rings, and Keep Fishing. They were working stuff, very diligently working stuff out and definitely gauging crowd reactions to the new songs performed before Undone and after Smile. Pretty proper slot. Now, to continue the tour trend just for a minute, after the main recording had wrapped up in February, they were playing a radically different set of songs. Well, not totally radical. It's actually pretty much this. No. Different in that they weren't demoing songs anymore, but still kind of static towards the begin, like as the same general set list as the beginning of the midget tour. But the hyper-extended midget tour ran from February 5th, 2002 to February 25th, 2002. And they would play, Knock Down, Drag Out, and Island in the Sun, In the Garage, My Name is Jonas, Simple Pages, Tired of Sex, Dope Nose, Death and Destruction, Keep Fishing, Photograph, Undone, Burt Jam, Don't Let Go, Say It Ain't So, Hash Pipe, Only in Dreams, and then Take Control, Why Bother, and The Good Life, ever so occasionally. Not quite as fun of a set, but more of the Maladroit goodness is present, like each night, at least on that time, on that tour. But now we get to go back to the studio, okay? Go back in time, rewind to December 17th. It looks like is their first day at Cello Studios with Chad Bramford assisting the band in producing these sessions and what would become Maladroit, which, fun fact, was a forum, a name, a title for the album suggested through the forum that Rivers himself would post as under the codename Ace. Where he would, inquire with the fans about the tracks that he would upload up there for them to listen to and critique. And occasionally, things would get a little heated, a little flame war-y between them all, but a lot of good stuff came out of it. I mean, a lot of feedback was there. And we got the title and concept for the album. Beautiful album art. Alright, but on December 17th, 2001, they performed Mr. Taxman, and American Gigolo. On December 18th, they tried out Listen Up and High Up Above, and also did a little experiment for Better Off Alone, an Alice DJ cover. So like a upbeat Eurodance song. And this would be the last time. They would play the recording of Better Off Alone to start the December 19th session, but High Up Above would no longer be performed. I mean, it's just one and done. Don't blame them. It's not that exciting of a song, even though they used to play it quite frequently before Green. Now, on December 19th, they tried out How Long and American Gigolo. Particularly good take of American Gigolo on these first two ones. December 20th, they tried out Dope Nose, Keep Fishin', and Saturday Night. And Dope Nose and Keep Fishin', they would keep churning out until like the sessions were drawing to a close in February. And on December 21st, they tried out Saturday Night, Keep Fishin', Listen Up, Porcupine, How Long, Your Room, and December. And on December 22nd, Possibilities, Slave, American Gigolo, Listen Up, Porcupine, and Serendipity. Okay, on the 28th of December, they tried out Space Rock. First appearance in these sessions, and it would take another brief hiatus as they tweaked that again. Space Rock radically changed from when it was played at Glenn Sound Studios for 107.7 The End to the first jam here on December 28th until the next one in January. And what we got on the album itself, I'm not really sure where that one's sourced from. I think it might be from the January 24th session, but maybe still tweaked a little bit after that. I'm not entirely positive. But let's move on to December 30th, where they tried out Keep Fishin', How Long, Possibilities, and Your Room. Into the new year, January 1st, 2002, they tried out Porcupine and Slave, and Dope Nose, December, and American Gigolo. On January 2nd, they tried out Your Room, Porcupine, Slave, December, Take Control, and Dope Nose. On January 3rd, they tried out Take Control, American Gigolo, Keep Fishin', Mr. Taxman, and what does that say? I abbreviated something. It looks like it says BA. I don't know what BA stands for, though. Oh, well, I don't know. I don't know what that's supposed to be. That might not be a B. But, okay, well, on January 4th, Possibilities, Slave, Take Control, and Dope Nose. Oh, Broken Arrows. Okay, yeah, okay. So January 4th would be the last try for Broken Arrows, which was just debuted the day before. And it's not a very exciting song. I don't blame them for just dropping this one. Now, January 5th, 2002, Death and Destruction. Looks like it's the first time they jam out on that, the first appearance of that. A song I very much enjoy. And they also tried out Fall Together, Slave, Take Control, December, Keep Fishin', and this would be the day that How Long got the axe. This would be the last time that they worked on that one, for better or for worse. Which basically means they were content with a take. Like, the January 5th take was pretty good. I think the December 19th, 2001 take is the better take, but... So, yeah, I mean, 2 good takes are right there already, so, like, why bother continuing with that one? Like, they didn't really tackle Slob or Slave all that much. Or Fall Together, really, either. Although we do get to work on Fall Together again on January 6th, along with Death and Destruction, Porcupine, Take Control, and their last attempt at Saturday Night. Damn shame. I very much enjoy that song. I'd love for them to bring that back. They can make it a little funkier, I bet. In fact, you know, I could see that fitting pretty well in the Black Album. So, color me not surprised if that ends up being on there. Make it so. Please make it so. Alright, and then on January 7th, we work on Space Rock again. Whoop. Death and Destruction, Living Without You, and Dope Nose. And this would be the final day of takes for Listen Up and Mr. Taxman. January 8th, we get a Burnt Jam. And takes of Take Control, Love Explosion, Don't Pick on Me, Living Without You, Change the World, and Space Rock. And I mark this as a very, very good take of Don't Pick on Me. On January 9th, we get a Zepp Jam and Acapulco, Love Explosion, Don't Pick on Me, Serendipity, and Seafaring Jam. And the Acapulco and Zepp Jams in this day were fire. On January 10th, we get the Master Take of Slob checked off. And we got Burnt Jam, and We Go Together, Love Explosion, and Serendipity. Moving on up to January 11th, 2002, we got the Master Take of Death and Destruction. I mean, I'm pretty sure about these. Like, anytime I say Master Take, I feel confident-ish in saying. And we also got Change the World and Serendipity, Lesser Take of Acapulco, and Burnt Jam. And all the Burnt Jams are good and wildly different from each other. Let's see, what did I couldn't decide. But I couldn't decide between the 8th and the 11th version of Burnt Jam, so I guess the 10th wasn't the most exciting. Okay, so January 12th, we got, big day. Got Dope Nose and Keep Fishin', Take Control, American Gigolo, December, Love Explosion, Death and Destruction, Your Room, Living Without You, Fall Together, Slave, Space Rock, and Seafaring Jam. And they had wide gaps between trying out Space Rock. I got at least weeks go by. And, let's see, it's January 16th. It's a couple days break after the big day of January 12th, which was a great day. I marked so many, let's just rattle off on all the takes of January 12th that I thought were great, maybe even better than the album picks. Like, for instance, Dope Nose, Keep Fishin', although for Keep Fishin' the December 22 take is better, but whatever. They're different. Take Control, Death and Destruction, Slave, December. No, there's more. Yeah, Seafaring Jam in Your Room. All I feel like are the best takes on this day. But Death and Destruction, Weezer agreed. Alright, so January 16th, they worked on Dope Nose. And then my notes get a little jumpy over here. I'm gonna make sure we go to the right next day. It looks like it's January 21st, where we got potential masters for American Gigolo and Fall Together. I missed a January 20th Keep Fishing, but it's not important. So let's jump up January 22nd, where they try out another Fall Together, but it wasn't as good as the day before, so they used the day before, to my estimation. On January 23rd, got the Master of Possibilities. 24th, what I estimate is the Master for Space Rock, but it's what I would have picked. It's what I put down as my master take for it. It sounds close. Sounds about right. It could be one of the ones that they re-edited later on, though. Just like Burnt Jam. Okay, so then we get 23rd. What is this? January 23rd, they also worked on December, apparently. And then January 24th, they also worked on December. And on 25th, they worked on Space Rock again. And that's a pretty good take. 26th, they got the Master for Slave. Now we are in February. Looks like... Oh, January 15th, we got Take Control. The master take for that one. Okay, so February 11th, we got they worked on Keep Fishing and Dope Nose. And they got what I think is the master for Keep Fishing. And then February 13th, they did the same tracks, and I believe they got the master for Dope Nose. And those sessions, those takes were... while the Hyper Extended Midget Tour was going... I don't think they really branched out very far from California on the Hyper Extended Midget Tour. I think, if I remember. I don't know. Oh well. I was just looking at those, but I think they ended up in New York on that one and a little bit of Canada dates. But on April 2nd, they cut like the only B-side that isn't just like a live or acoustic take. The only B-side, Living Without You, April 2nd, 2002. And then it was on track for its May 14th release date. That wonderful, wonderful cover art. And then promptly after that, they embarked on the Enlightenment Tour, which was a departure from the Midget Tour and Extended Midget Tour and Hyper Extended Midget Tour, in that they had a far more fluid set list, far more randomized, and not just like the one slot before Undone. In these, they would play a mix of Surf Wax America, Space Rock, Oh Girlfriend, Why Bother, No One Else, Hash Pipe, The Good Life, Slave, Buddy Holly, Dope Nose, Falling For You, Island in the Sun, Undone, Smile, Say It Ain't So, Death and Destruction, American Gigolo, Get You, Burnt Jam, Keep Fishing, Photograph, Glorious Day, Knockdown Drag Out, Tired of Sex, El Scorcho, My Name is Jonas, Modern Dukes, Love Explosion, In the Garage, Butterfly, Take Control, Falling For You, Pink Triangle, Simple Pages, Fall Together, Holiday, Across the Sea, Only in Dreams, Crab, December, and then towards the end, I feel like it started on like a Massachusetts state of the tour where they started opening with a little bit of improv. But I have not listened to any of these shows yet, but I am going to probably search for them after I stop this recording. It sounded like a fun tour. They only played American Gigolo once, and they only played Modern Dukes once, which was like the first day of the tour, July 6th. Oh yeah, I don't think I mentioned the date. It ran from July 6th to August 10th of 2002. And then, right after that, they start jumping into the Album 5 sessions, which you've heard me talk about. And they tried resurrecting Modern Dukes again for that. But that didn't make it that far. No, did it? Well, Till next time, Weeze on.